Hey everybody, Jay here from Modern Mississauga, and we're looking at a limited run for 2018 from Jaguar. It's the Jaguar F-Type 400 Sport. Big difference from this and the other available variants are this Jaguar has 400 horsepower, hence the name 400 Sport. If you take a quick look around, right up front you'll see the badging 400 Sport on the front bumper. We'll slide around to the front wheels and we'll see the 400 Sport brake calipers on these massive 20-inch wheels. And keep going around. It's still got the same body style as the other F-Types. Nothing wrong with that. It is an absolutely beautiful car, as you can tell from this angle and, well, really any other angle out there. We go around to the back and a little more badging for the 400 Sport all-wheel drive. We'll open up the trunk. Oops, that's the sheet. Not much space in the trunk, but then again, you know, it's a coupe sports car. You don't really get a lot of space in these things. 408 liters, so good enough for a suitcase for a weekend away with somebody you like, you love, or someone you can tolerate, or someone you lose a bet to. To close her up, where is that button? There it is. Or you can do it the manual way. I will choose technology. And twin tailpipes frame the rear end of the car beautifully. There's a bottle of water. Doesn't come with the car, although if you talk to the guys at Jag or girls at Jag, maybe they might throw one in for you. Just taking a look at the passenger side profile, and like I said, this car is beautiful. I have one Jaguar F-Type every summer and I absolutely love it. I try and get as much driving in as possible. It's fantastic, it's amazing, it's smooth, I'm out of words, which is weird because I tend to talk a lot. Anyways, we will be right back with a look at the inside. Just before we jump into the car, I'll show you the cool handles that Jag has. Some of you may know this, some of you may not. There I am with my clown mirror thing. Will get me out of the shot. So there's the door handle, but how do you open it? You push that little button there. Doors pop out. Mirror was folded before, and now it comes out. Jaguar badging, very cool. And we open it up, and before I get in, just a quick look at the inside. Again, it's very F-Type. Nothing has been changed all that much on the inside, design wise and layout wise. What you will notice right away is the stitching for this, and this is the so it's got the yellow stitching in here, so it's on the seats, it's on the center armrest, the doors, and the steering wheel, which is right there. Another little bit of badging. Put the lights off, it'll keep dinging at me. So there's the 400 Sport badging and the wheel, and just kind of yellow stitching all throughout. Very, very sharp. It looks really, really nice. The double stitching as well is quite wonderful. So we're in the car, and it's roomy for a coupe. I'm not quite a bigger guy, but I can stand to lose a few pounds. So my seat is pushed all the way back to make sure I can reach the steering wheel and have a safe distance to turn the wheel. Anyways, enough about my weight. So we'll start the car up, and I'll hopefully get some of the exhaust sound. We'll try that again because Van Halen got in the way. All right, let's try that one more time. If you can't hear it at home, I assure you it is very loud and very throaty. And 400 horsepower, 339 pound-feet of torque through a V6 motor that is supercharged. Sorry, I could probably use that bottle of water right now. 0 to 100 in 4.9 seconds. Pretty impressive for you, Jag. And we hold 70 liters of premium fuel in the gas tank to get this thing going. Jaguar InConnect screen is right there. Oops, sorry for turning this, the camera thing. Anyways, I like how it's got the touchscreen option, and it also has buttons along the sides. Your volume control is right there next to the gear shift. It's responsive. It's gotten much better over the years. There is your drive mode selector, so you go up one and you get put into snow ice mode. So you start the car starts in a higher gear to avoid spinning. You pull it down one and you go into your regular mode, and then you pull it back one and you get dynamic mode, and that just tightens everything up from the steering to the throttle, and the response is just amplified so much, and it takes an already fantastic vehicle and it just pushes it to 11, kind of like Spinal Tap. Looking at the center the shade, the sun's in my face, so I can't see much, so I'm gonna quickly spin around so the sun is not in our eyes. I'm in a parking lot, so nobody around at all. All right, this is a better look. Put that thing back into park. Oh, and the gear shift, quick note, your gear selector is back here, so finger down, all the way back to drive, up one tap for neutral. And the safety is that you won't be able to throw it into reverse by accident. You actually got to push the button down, throw it up one, and that gets you into reverse, and your backup camera shows up. And park is the button right there. Electronic handbrake. I know it's technology, I know it's new, I know it's there to save space. I'm a bit of a traditionalist, so I like the old school pull handbrake with a lever. Take a look at the dashboard. Everything's pretty much par for the course here. Not a problem with that, but you know, to make a limited run, I think it's smart that Jag didn't completely reinvent the wheel. Pardon the pun, ha 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 ha. Shifters, not crappy plastic, and I know some manufacturers have done that in very high-end cars. Thankful that Jag didn't. I like letting the car do the work. I'll use the paddle shifters now and then just to test it out. I would prefer a manual transmission if I had my way. I know it's kind of dying. Save the manual, or hashtag save the manuals isn't doing much. But again, if I had my way, I would take a manual gearbox over the very precise shifting 8-speed automatic here. I'll show you the seats. I'll show you the passenger seat because I can't quite turn around all that way. 400 Sport badging on the passenger and driver's side. I'll go up a little closer to that opening on the seat, and branding 101. Good work, Jaguar. Although with two people in the car, no one's really going to see it, but hey, I see it, and that's quite fine with me. There is a 10-speaker Meridian audio system in here, kicking out 380 watts. Where's the speaker? There's a speaker. There's one of 10 speakers, plus 2 subwoofers. The car sounds absolutely magical with these this premium audio system. For those new to Jag, you might be wondering, hey, where are the air vents? Well, I will show you. Keep your eyes right here. I'm just gonna turn that, and there they are. You can't feel it, but there is plenty of air blowing onto my phone. And if you are all done with the HVAC controls, just push the button again. Come on, there we go. Making me look bad on camera for a second, Jag. I got you there. One last piece of badging. 400 Sport is there. Sport is very, very lightly etched in, but it's still there. Everything else on the car is it's typical Jaguar F-Type. It's beautiful. The leather is so comfortable and so soft. The design is great. There aren't any handles up here for people to hold on to or there, but Jag has put one here for your passenger to hang on to with their left hand in case you are in dynamic mode and you tend to go around a lot faster than they expect you to. Seating controls. Sorry if you guys have already, or if you're already aware of this, but for people that aren't familiar with the Jaguar Land Rover brand, instead of putting the seating controls where your seat meets for where your butt goes and where your back goes, everything's here, so it mimics an actual seat, which is very handy. And that thing there is your lumbar support. All right, I think that covers the inside of the car. Oh, let me show you one last thing. On this side, there is a spot to hang your, they change hands, your suit jacket or whatever it is. And there's a little spot here to put, I don't really know what I'd put here. But you can put something there if you want to. Panoramic sunroof is a bit of an extra charge, so it goes from there and all the way up to the front. I will put all the extras and the add-ons that Jaguar has given me this press car with in the description. What I can tell you is that the car goes for $101,000, worth every penny to me. There are 5,000 $675 worth of options in the car. You get heated seats, you get cooled seats. What else do you get? The panoramic roof goes for an extra $1,200. The climate pack, which gets you your seats, cooled seats and heated seats, go for, what is that, $1,550. Anyways, I won't bore you with the details of this. It'll be in the description. But again, rare for 2018. It's only going to be available for 2018. The F-Type Coupe 3.0 V6 with 400 horsepower, 339 pound-feet of torque, called the 2018 F-Type 400. All right, we'll be right back with the part where I get to drive this thing, and I will love it. I am sure of it. Okay, we'll be right back. All right, we're back with the final portion of the review, which is the in-car portion. I didn't want to talk over the car starting because, again, that throaty exhaust just sounds so good. All right, car into drive, and the handbrake is down, or sorry, off, not down. What I really, really like about the handling of the all-wheel drive F-Types is pretty much just that. It's got the all-wheel drive and some of the rear-wheel drive, and some of the enthusiasts may be more into that, but in a Canadian climate, especially with so much power beneath the hood and the wheels, I like having the extra bit of control through the all-wheel drive system. I think the Hershey Center is trying to keep me in here. How did I get in here in the first place? Sorry, ignore my little ramblings. Right, out that way. So even at lower speeds, the exhaust really kicks in and it sounds fantastic. Turning radius is very, very sharp on the car, and the pickup, as you can expect, is all that and then some. And I'm just in the normal mode. I'm not in sport mode, or sorry, dynamic mode. So I think if I were in the country back roads somewhere, I'd be able to throw it into dynamic mode and really, really open up the engine. But in urban Mississauga, it's not safe to do that around here. Also, there is the automatic start-stop. You can activate or deactivate it. I'm not sure if my hand, you can't see it in the video, but you'll see it in the pictures, or sorry, the still pictures. Oh, well, look at that. Even in normal mode, the car just wants to be driven, and that's what Jaguar has done here. I mentioned in the interior portion, which is part 2 of our 3-part video, that the seats are very comfortable, and they are. No one's paying me for this. Jag's not throwing me an extra little bit of anything to say these things. Next of all, though, I think Jaguar probably has the most comfortable seats out there. You know, you're paying 6 figures for the vehicle, and there should be very little, if anything, you know, below industry grade on it for this class of car. Another thing I like, and I've said it once, I've said it twice, maybe I've said it a dozen times, but having the steering wheel audio controls mounted on the left side as opposed to the right side gets you bonus points with me every day of the week. I just see it as redundant for having the steering wheel controls on the right side when a couple of inches away. Just wanted you guys to hear that. I'm only doing 66, but the engine just kind of shot up really, really quick. Right, anyways, that's the end of my rant on what side the audio control should be on for the wheel. One thing that's not really a complaint, it's just more, I guess, of me noticing something about the vehicle. The rear window is fairly small. Again, it's a coupe. Again, I don't want it to be taken as an actual complaint about the car. Just something else that I've noticed, that yeah, the rear window is very small, so it fills up the rear view mirror pretty much 100% of it. But, you know, use your mirrors, find out where you are, and make sure you know where you are and what's around you at all times. And there's also the backup camera as well, in case you know, of whatever may pop out at you at the last minute. I really like the acceleration. It's quick, it's brisk, it's accurate. If you just run up the 8 speeds, there's very little turbo lag here. Oh, I don't want to turn there. I'm going to turn here. Sorry, that's me talking to myself again. The turns are just so smooth and the handling is so responsive. You just point the nose and go, and you know there's no swinging out at the rear or inaccuracies with where you want the car to go. That can be attributed to, yes, the all-wheel drive, and I think with the rear-wheel drive you might get more of some lefts and rights, maybe some oversteer out of it. But at the end of the day, it's a six-figure sports car. It is beautiful. It's wonderful. You can get the not F-Pace. This isn't an SUV. You can get the F-Type for well under the six-figure mark. I believe in the high 60s, low 70s. But there's different engines under the hood, and there's the coupe and there's the convertible as well. So I think there's six or seven of them that you can pick from. But anyways, you can go to the Jaguar.ca and get a full rundown. But for this specific 2018 only model of the Jaguar F-Type 400, it's wonderful. I like it a little more than the standard V6 supercharged F-Type. Sorry, Jaguar. And because it has that extra oomph to it. And just the yellow stitching in here is absolutely wonderful. I'll show you again I think it's got to a stop here. I'll show you again the audio controls for those of you that don't watch the whole thing and are just kind of skipping through. Hey, that's okay. But yeah, there it is. It just came up. And you direct your fan any way you like it. British thing, maybe. Odd thing. Usually you turn it... So you do turn it clockwise to get the increase in fan speed, but the graphic goes left to right. In this case, it goes right to left. A little different, kind of threw me for a loop when I first saw it. Heated seats, cool seats work perfectly. If you're going on a little road trip in the middle of summer and the air conditioning just isn't doing it for you, then hey, throw in your cooled seats. Put on your cooled seats. Sorry, ventilated seats. Whatever you choose to call them. I call them Katy Perry seats because they're hot and they're cold. Maybe some of you don't care for Katy Perry, and that's the end of that reference. Anyways, I think that's pretty much it for the driving aspect of the review for the 2018 Jaguar F-Type 400. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments or flip me an email at j@modernmississauga.com, and we will be back next time. Thank you so much for watching.